All right, we're back. We're gonna we're gonna make sure that we're connected in Facebook. So give us a moment while we make that happen. So, Mona, you should see us. You
Yep,
should. You do see us.
I did.
Look at you. And did you save us?
I'm doing it now.
Too good. Too awesome. Yes. Uh,
It keep wanting to connect to total image. I don't know why that is. Do you want to connect to total image and then we just change it? Because it's saying why is one of my pages not listed, and the only other page is the Black Independent not being listed.
all right. So total image is what we have. What about your personal page is not there?
My personal page is in here.
Wow. So you might have okay. So share. Oh, you know what you can do? Share, hit copy the link. Share, copy the link, go to your personal page.
It didn't give me I could go to total image and send it to my personal page.
No, hit share, and then this little box will come up. Hit share, box comes up, and don't hit Facebook. Underneath that, hit copy. Right. So you hit share, then you see Facebook and email and WhatsApp, all of those things. Hit.
Yes, no, I don't see anything say share.
All right. So under where we are, you see the video.
Oh, yeah,
Underneath. You see it?
Yes, on the board.
Okay. So hit share and then hit copy. Underneath Facebook and all the others, it says copy. So you're copying that link.
It's not giving me one. Let me see. Let me see under Facebook. Nope. Facebook page. Says I'm already signed in with Facebook on the ScreenYard. Let's see.
So can you get to your Facebook page? Did you hit copy?
And it's just taking me back to Facebook, YouTube, and it's taking me just to total image.
All right. So
Right.
So go out, just go back, hit the back button, and it should take you to your videos, and you should see We Ain't Marching, We're Moving Different. You want to choose the one that says live.
So you're talking about on my phone?
Wherever you are on your phone.
Yeah, no, I don't see it.
What are you're looking at YouTube on your phone or on your computer?
Right now, my phone, but it's not coming up.
But what's on your computer? What's on your computer?
So it's saying Facebook say your page doesn't meet the criteria to go live. So I can't go live until
We don't want you to go live. We just want you to look at us on the, do you see us? You see me, you see you, right? Mona,
hold on.
you see you and you see me. Then underneath that, you should see share or clip or whatever else. And there's 2 viewers.
Yeah, but I don't see us.
Oh,
Which one? Where are you at on it?
all right. So get out of whatever you're in. Get out of whatever you're in. And then go to Facebook family. We're going to practice for a little bit. So hang tight. We may stop this video and start again, but we're going to get this right. So go to youtube.com. Do not go to Black Independent. Just go to youtube.com.
All right, hold on. Let me just Google it. All right, I'm on youtube.com.
And in the search bar where the little magnifying glass is,
Yep.
type in "We Are Black Independents."
Yep.
One word.
And it's basically taking me right back to my original page where I was.
It's not, you don't see us?
No.
Okay, move it so I can. So here's the thing. When you type in,
let me see what you're seeing. This is what's on my first page.
Okay, so give me the search bar. Where's the search bar?
Right here. At the top.
And hit go. Hit search.
Yep. And this is what I get.
Back up. I'm like, huh. Yeah, view site. Okay, for We're Black Independent, do not put We Are Black Independent.
What you want me to put?
Put We Are Black Independent, one word. Don't put the apostrophe in we're.
Okay.
I'm glad you showed that to me because that's the only way I could see it.
So I'm like, I know I'm always pulling it up.
Yeah, so We Are Black Independents with an S.
S in the end. All right. Gee, is this what you see?
Okay, take it. We are. Show me what's in the search bar. Show me what's in the search bar. In the search bar, it says We Are at the top. I can see the We Are, but does it say?
There we go. All right, look. I got it.
Do you see us?
Yep.
You are totally awesome.
No,
I'm looking.
We can't have any spaces.
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said one word.
Right. Okay.
No spaces, one word. All right. So
when that
we're
comes
not
on,
even going back out. We're just going to stay in.
Okay, so when that comes on, you want me to hit share to my Facebook.
I want you to hit share to your Facebook unless it's telling you it's not going to go to your Facebook page. And is that what it told you before?
Mm-hmm.
So I need you to, I need you to do this now. So I need you to hit share, and what's going to come up is a message box. It's a directions box or whatever they call it.
Uh-huh.
And don't hit Facebook, hit copy, because you're going to copy that link. Did you hit copy?
Well, it says share, report, clip, and save.
Underneath that, it should say, okay, did you hit share?
No.
Hit share. And you
Okay,
and a message box will come up.
Yeah, copy the link.
Copy the link.
I copied the link.
Okay. Give me a minute to collect myself. All right. So you copy the link. In another tab, I need you to go to your Facebook page. Go to your Facebook page.
Okay. And just post
it. Tell you.
Just post it.
Did you do it?
Yeah. You want me to just post it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can do that, or you can hit the Facebook and see what works. You can hit the Facebook link and see if it takes you to your page. It should.
Okay. Let me see.
You got two choices anyway.
I've done that one, and we'll see these other ones. Facebook.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are in our 60s, so we are getting this. We're getting this.
Thank you guys for your patience.
Yeah.
We don't have our assistant with us today.
Well, we're good. We're good. You ready?
I'm ready. It's just pulling up my thing, so we're just gonna go.
Facebook.
Yeah.
You see it in Facebook?
No, I don't see it in Facebook because it's still pulling up. I'm gonna have to go in there and change that.
No. So don't go in and change it.
Not tonight.
I know. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go open another tab and go to your Facebook page. Open another tab and go to your Facebook page.
I did. I've already put it in Facebook, and now I'm over on YouTube.
You put it in Mona?
Yes, I put it under my account. So now it directs me back over here.
All right. You're totally awesome.
Wow. All right.
Now I just have to remember what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm so sorry.
I almost forgot.
I've got the giggles now.
Tonight.
I have the giggles. All right. So we are ready to get in there. Let's go to media assets. And here we go.
Black Independent, where we speak truth to power, unapologetically.
For too long, the black vote has been treated like a given, but we're not property. We're not pawns. We are the descendants of those who built this nation. And now, we're demanding tangibles, not tokenism, because the era of blind loyalty is over. This is the Black Independent. Let's get to work.
Let's get to work. That's my favorite line, actually. Let's get to work.
I know mine is too, because there's always work in the Black community. There's work. There's a lot of work still left to do.
There really is. There really is. But before we get started, and I know this is your segment more than anything else, but it's time for a toast. Let's do the toast at the beginning. I want to check out our new mugs. And I just want to toast to you, or to even the Black Independent movement, that it is as strong as we are.
Yes. Yes.
These are our new mugs, you guys. We're going to build up our subscribers on YouTube so that we can begin selling on YouTube. But the new mugs came in. Yay.
And they're quite heavy. I really love it. I have ice water in mine today.
Do you?
Tonight. Yeah,
Yeah.
not coffee. Usually I'm drinking coffee or water, but tonight I put water in and it's very nice. I like the design. I really like it.
Yeah, what does it say though? It says Black Independent and it has our little logo on it, the little
And I think that's what I like. You guys, for those of you that don't know, Jeannette is an artist. So Jeannette did the design of the face. And actually, Jeannette, I have to show you some of my designs that I do like that. I scribble all the time like that.
Ooh, I love to see it. I love to see it.
I really like eyes. So I'll draw the eyes and then I just draw things around the eyes.
So we have discovered that Mona is a closet artist. But what it says is Black Independent, a voting bloc for a reformed democracy. And for those who have started following us, that's all we talk about is any issues that point us Black people into a direction of empowerment. But tonight, it's all yours.
Whoa, Tampa Bay, District 5. It's election time. Election Eve is always the most exciting time. Really, we could breathe a little tonight. If you're not one of the people that's on the night shift, putting out tents, putting up the her canvassing stuff, setting up. So I'm not on the night shift tonight. So sign of relief. I am going to work the polls tomorrow, but I'm excited because this is what you work up to. In this election, I think we only had about 2 or 3 months to get ready.
Yeah.
The councilwoman, Gwendolyn Henderson, she passed suddenly. I think it was in May or June. I was supposed to write that down, but it could have been the end of May, but maybe the first part of June.
Right. So this is the current council, Tampa City Council, and right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th from the left is Councilwoman Gwen Henderson, and she without any warning, she passed away. Yeah. Which opened the seat for District 5, which has a very large African-American constituency. And for the last 3 months, 2.5 to 3 months, there's been an intense, I would say, competition for that particular seat.
13 candidates fighting for the seat.
Yeah, there's I mean, that's amazing that there's 13 candidates that are fighting for this seat. It's a nonpartisan seat, but people are paying attention to not just the competence of those who might sit in that seat, but because of the times that we're in, also party affiliations. So it's something that a whole lot of people are paying attention to. And it's our hope that it's more than we think. So Mona, let's get into it.
So like I said, it's 13 candidates that's on the ballot. One actually said earlier this week that he was bowing out. And I think he probably knew this. Maybe last month he should have really bowed out. He didn't seem like he had much interest in the race. Mm-hmm. But his name will be on the ballots because, mail-in ballots have already been mailed out. Mm-hmm. And so that is that. But tonight on the podcast, on We Are Black Independent, we're going to break down the race and tell you why we think Allison Hewitt is the next leader that we need for District 5. So that's really That's
Yeah.
what we're going to get into. Um,
So I will say that my brother, who lives in District 5 in West Tampa, he's not really following the race, but he got his mail-in ballot.
mhm.
And he talks to my mother all the time. And he said, I know that Jeannette knows, who should I vote for? He says, there's
Uh-huh.
a whole lot of candidates. Who should I vote for? And he does know Tom Scott.
Okay.
But he asked, and I said, well, I'm glad you asked.
But
And I
that
gave,
is
mhm.
that your family church? 'Cause
It
all
is my family church.
yes,
We
all you guys
probably
pretty
don't attend the way that we used to, but my sister does, and she's very, very involved in the church, and she does the garden ministry.
yeah.
I work with her on the garden ministry. So yes, we have close
I
ties
follow,
to
I
Tom's.
remember volunteering. I guess you guys was doing a cleanup or something, cleaning out the garden
Mhm.
one
Yeah.
Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
And
great opportunity to bring community together around gardens.
yes.
And his church, 34th Street Church of God, shout out to them, sort of donated the use of the space for our community garden.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he asked, and I said, I I'm gonna have to go with Gwen Hewitt as the
Yes.
candidate of choice, and I gave him all kinds of reasons why and we'll certainly talk about that tonight. But I guess I would say to anyone who's listening, even if you do not live in District 5, I do not, but you know people who do. I have relatives and friends and people that I work with that live in District 5. Give them a call and get them out to vote. I'm not saying who they should vote for, but I am saying that we need to get those numbers up.
Well, and we're saying two things here because the last election is 44,000 registered voters in District 5. And the last election, we had the mayor. And so we had multiple people on the ballot, starting with the mayor. And
Mhm.
only, I think it was a little over 5,000, could have been less than 5,500. I can't remember the exact numbers, but that's just awful. That is just, and it's not just because District 5 is really large. So it's not just East Tampa. And
Mhm.
I think East Tampa really did come out and do their part. But you have Channel Side,
Right.
you have downtown, West Tampa, Sulphur
Salt
Springs,
Springs.
and East Tampa. So
Right.
it is a huge district. So, but most of the areas are thriving and doing well, with the exception of East Tampa and Sulphur Springs.
That's
And
correct.
that side,
Both with the largest the
yeah,
largest Black population
yeah,
is within District
in
5.
those two communities. And so for that alone, Black people need to get out and vote. Black people have because we can't complain if we don't vote. We can't say the council person isn't doing this or the council person isn't doing this or they don't know our issues because we're
Mhm.
not even putting the right people in. We're going off of name recognition. Um, it has been a lot poured into this race as far as debates everywhere. So debates have been all over the city for you to be able to hear the candidates, get to know what their platform is, and see who make the most logic and who is ready on day one. And that is what I think we here at Black Independent are looking at. Who is most equipped? Because we ain't got time. It's only going to be about 18 months left when they
Right.
get in there, because more than likely it's going to be a runoff. So you're
Right.
not going to really take that seat probably to November. So you're going to skip all of September and most of October. So you're probably not going to take the seat to November. So from there, we only have a few months left. So
Right.
we ain't got time for someone to be trying to figure it out. And I believe in this race, it's only two people, maybe three, who could go in and be day one ready, but who could go in and be totally, or should we say go in, who has already been doing the work for the last 5 years. It is Allison. She is updated on all the issues that are coming, that city council are facing right now. For
Mhm.
the budget, they're doing planning. They have a special meeting tonight because it's time to get the budget all set. They got the planning meetings, and I'm sure I haven't spoke to her at all today, but I'm sure she's there at the special meeting. And she's been
Mhm.
going to city council every Thursday, fighting and pushing for um, concerns in
Right.
District 5, not just East Tampa, because East um, Channel Sides have they concerns. So she's fighting for District 5, and she has been fighting for District 5.
Yeah, she has probably other than the other candidate that you mentioned, there's two that could probably really hit the ground running. Some people have an issue with that, but hit the ground running. She she's already doing the work.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's extremely knowledgeable. If you have been following her, in terms of, she makes an appearance at the Tampa City Council quite frequently, and she's pretty much gone over the agenda and whatever the issues are, and she is challenging them right there every week. It's a pleasure to watch, actually, because you know that she knows her stuff, and even some of the people probably up there on the dais doesn't quite grasp the issues to the extent that she does. I agree that she could definitely um, represent Sulphur Springs and East Tampa in a way that I don't think we've ever seen before. But she can also represent the other areas as well, Channelside, Ybor, and there's one more place.
Downtown,
Yeah, I think
down
that's about the same, but it's somewhere
West
else. Oh,
Tampa,
Tampa
West
Heights.
West
Tampa
Tampa.
Heights. Yeah, Tampa Heights. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. And the fact of the matter is, look, she has done a little bit of everything, right? Because she's worked in Tallahassee, she's worked on different boards, she's been consultants for different boards, she's worked in nonprofits. She really understands the language. Um, when we get the readouts, when I used to go down very often, not too often, and they'll send us the printout for Thursday, and I was like, God damn! Sometimes it's pages and pages and pages of stuff, and then you got to go in there and do the research. Now they might have 89 things that's coming forward, but some of those things get put off. But the fact of the matter is, you got to do your research on
Hmm.
every line item. And I could tell, I would say I just really start paying attention to it when um, Gwen Henderson was on, and I could tell when the council people really didn't know what was going on, really hadn't done the research,
Right.
really get lost when the presenter come in trying to sell them a bag of goods, you know.
Mm.
And we
Hmm.
got to have a council person there that will be able to push back, knows what's going on, knows someone who would know that we need to change the wording in that paragraph if it's going to benefit us. Simple, small things like that that
Yeah.
these people have to be aware of and have to be able to catch. We even have an attorney on city council, and he is even extra careful. He catches these things, and if we're really paying attention, we'll realize that as well, and we
Hmm.
see now how important that is, the qualification that one should have sitting there representing us.
Yeah. Yeah. So, as you mentioned before, there are 13 candidates. Just going to name them. Audette Bruce, who has, I think, some ties with nonprofits, and she talked a lot about that. She's
She's
focused on.
also worked in Tallahassee. She was Jackie Toledo aide. So, she's familiar. Yes.
Okay. All right. And then you have Joanna Colbert, who's a realtor and a business leader.
Hmm.
She emphasizes development and home ownership.
Hmm.
All
And
right.
she's also sat on a couple of boards, but all dealing with housing. So
So housing is really kind of her
it's a big
focus
issue.
in terms
It's
of,
a big it's a big issue for East Tampa,
yeah.
but it certainly isn't the main. Well, it is kind of up there at the top. But
Housing and development is kind of at the top. I think
yeah,
that's we can say that. Albert Cook, a longtime East Tampa resident, speaks often
no,
about
he's not a long time.
housing.
Mm-mm. He's
He's
not a
not.
long. No, he's not even from here. So I don't know how long Albert's been in East Tampa.
Hmm.
So because he just recently, I don't want to say that he just recently moved to East Tampa, but I know he's not from here.
He's not
'Cause
from.
I just met Albert. I mean, most of us didn't even know
No,
Albert,
but I don't know everybody in East
but
Tampa.
I know everybody that's been in the political arena
All
and
right. And
been
then
around East Tampa.
there's Ariel Amira Danley. And she's, what's her claim to fame other than
She
she's
is
the daughter
she's
of
Gwen's
the late
daughter.
Gwen Henderson.
And look, so we did some research because we was doing
And she's
research.
an artist. I will say that as well. She's also an artist.
We was doing some research on all the candidates, trying to get a feel, pulling the thing, and the people we had doing the research came back with her and said, "Hey, we can't find anything on this woman before she started campaigning." And I says, "What do you mean? What are you talking about? She's a young woman. I know she got to be on Instagram or TikTok or somewhere, and
Yeah.
definitely Facebook because she helped run her mother's campaign. But we can't find any of that. So it is appears that they said she swiped her page clean. Now that's
Oh.
interesting because why would somebody young swipe their page clean? Or if or is she under another name? But nobody never really figured that out, and it never got brought up during any of the debates because that would have been, probably a question I would have asked. Who are you? What have you done? And
So the debates really have been kind of,
general,
they've been kind of friendly.
yes,
Nobody's really attacking each other except maybe offline. You might see something, but for the most part, they've been pretty easy for the candidates.
well, also I know one of the debates, and the questions are, this is what I'm talking about because you're going to have to be quick on your feet to be sitting on city council, right? You got to have a level head and you just got to be, I'm sorry, smart.
Yeah, we
And
hope so.
someone said that it appears that she was, whenever a question comes up, she'll put it in chat GTP, and somebody in the audience put the question in and she's like, oh my gosh, she read it directly from chat. So yeah. So her vote is more or less would be a sympathy vote because
Mm,
because
okay.
she wants to finish her mother's legacy. And like,
Yeah.
you're not ready.
Yeah. She's got a pleasant voice. It just sounds pleasant. I'm not saying it sounds like, you know, but her voice is.
Sure. Sure.
Thomas DeGeorge Jr. He's a music promoter, small business owner, very creative. Um,
Very passionate, but he is a one issue guy.
what do you mean?
And he got mad with city council, and particularly Gwen, his city council person,
Hmm.
in Henderson for District 5. So he has a club in Ybor City.
Hmm.
And you remember, I think it was last year. It could have been last year. I'm sure it was last year. Someone got shot down in Ybor,
I remember that.
and they wanted to move the closing the bar down from 3 o'clock, I think, to 1 o'clock, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he really stood out with all of the owners in Ybor City, saying that would destroy them because they were saying, 12 o'clock, their business are just picking up. I guess a lot of people like to come in at that time, so they really,
Yes, of course.
yeah, they really pushed back against that, trying to shut them down. And that was, I think, what the shooting happened under Orlando, and they were bringing it under Gwen. That's what it was.
Yeah,
I
you
think
remember those. I don't know if you remember those days, but in your 20s, and I really wasn't a party
oh,
person,
sure.
but in
Yes, we
your
used to
20s,
go out at
you
11.
are going out
Yeah,
11, 12 o'clock. You are
yes,
getting ready to go out at
yes,
that time to be
yeah,
there until like 4 in the morning or something like that. So,
yeah,
yep, I
yeah.
definitely understand that. So
So he was
Elvis,
really passionate about that, and he was
of
very
course.
angry, and not only him, everybody. I mean, week after week, they was trying to get some orange down there, and they was trying to get some order, but
Mhm.
shutting your business down like that. Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's crazy. So what
Mhm.
about Elvis Piggott?
So
Piggott.
Elvis is a good friend of mine. So he's
He's
more.
an activist. I would say he
Yeah.
is definitely an
And he is definitely. I met Elvis probably through tea and conversation. I'm sure that's how I met Elvis, through tea and conversation through Candy Lowe when he was running maybe for school board or something like that. And so look, anytime we need Elvis, Elvis is out there. I can remember something was going on in Grant Park with housing, and Elvis' voice, Keela McCasker, was trying to help the people out there, but it was Elvis' voice that
Mhm.
really took it to a whole nother level. And he's a pastor. He's an awesome guy, awesome, awesome young man. I think he'll do well there as well. I don't. I think he said when Allison decided. I don't even know if I knew Elvis was in the race. It was all happening so quick because originally, we were going to go support Orlando Goose because we thought that he did an excellent job. Allison worked on his campaign as well, and
Mhm.
then, he couldn't run, and so it was like, hey, nobody knows this better than Allison, and that's how she got in.
Yeah, yeah. I'm so glad that she won, but we're gonna stay on Elvis or move to the next one. But I met Elvis at a Sunday Rise service for Easter. Pastor Scott was having it downtown, and he was the speaker. And I remember being so impressed
Yeah. Now
with
you're talking about a nice voice. My daughter just
dressed well. He
saw him
spoke
and she's like,
well.
"Mom, who is this guy?" I mean,
It was like, wow. I said to Janelle, because she and I got up that early morning for the sunrise service, and says, now that's a good looking man.
yeah,
And so I was impressed with him for a while thereafter, and then it kind of cooled as we got into campaigning with different races along the way. And I'm still pretty cooled on him because, we voted for different candidates in the last presidential election. So
okay.
that's a deal breaker for me. Tom Scott.
Tom Scott is. It seemed like most of our elders, all of the churches, favorite. He's a favorite to everyone. Actually, I have really supported him in every race that he has read. But say the last county commission and this time, it seems like the last two races we've been on the opposite side. But
Mhm.
yeah, but I'm moving different. I'm looking for something different, so that would be the only reason. But if it came down to it and he had to get there, yes, I think he'll be fine. He's ready. He
Yeah,
knows. He
I
knows.
would I would agree. Although I'm not advising people to vote for him at this point, but in
I'm not
terms,
advising anybody to vote for anybody other than Allison Hewitt.
all right, you are heard. We hear you.
All right.
Um, but if not her, then definitely him in terms of being ready on day one, so to speak.
Well, you know, right now
He
it's kind of
has
hard.
the experience. He has the experience, and with his time with city council before, and also his time as a county commissioner. He's also well known. He's my pastor, 34th Street Church of God, although I'm not necessarily attending, but I do work through the garden program ministry. And yeah, I think though we need to be looking forward, and as Black independents, our position is that for us in our 60s and above, we need to be passing the baton to a much younger group that and making sure that they're knowledgeable on the issues. Wherever we can assist them, we should be of service to them at this point.
Yes. So look, yes, because the way we need to move forward and the way they have done things is totally different now. So I don't know, but he said that he could be there to be a shepherd and holding down, and that could be the case.
Yeah, I think so too. Fran Tate, my sister, Fran Tate.
So I met Fran, I believe, in when we was working on Obama's president. We used to do phone banking together. And then throughout the CRA, Fran is very well knowledgeable what's going on with the neighborhoods. So yeah, she'd be good as well.
Yeah, her involvement or engagement with the CRA is very active. CAC. And or the local associations. My sister and some of my friends are on the association that she is over. She also is, she's so committed to the East Tampa community. And when I needed some help getting some funding for the mural that we proposed putting up on 22nd, right there at the Skills Center, she was right there to lend a hand. So very engaged, loves the community, lovely person.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes. And she has a lot of support. I think financially wise, she's doing good, and she has a lot of endorsements. So yeah. And which one would expect, because she's been out here doing the work.
She's got the face in the community. Definitely people know who Fran Tate is. Definitely. Carol West. I don't know too much about Carol.
I don't know much about him either. I know he has ran before, and that's about it. Yeah, I don't even know what he does. And you know, he got in the last day, so I'm not taking him serious. He got in the day before. He went and signed up the last day of qualifying.
Yeah, I just all of a sudden saw him at the Middleton Forum.
Yes.
And I thought, where did he come from? So
right.
Melanie Williams.
So I met her once. She ran for something else. I know that she's ex-military, and that's about all I know for her. But I don't think she's serious. I don't know why these people, and see, to me, people like this wouldn't be good steward, because.
Why do you say that?
You're just going to throw away $4,500 for what, lady?
Wow.
If you wanted to do it, you should be out here on the ground connecting with the people.
So we don't see very much of her.
I've seen her at one debate, and they've had multiple.
Yeah.
And just to throw away $5,000, whether it's your money or money that people donated to your campaign. Now, see, if I would have donated money to her and find out she's not doing, because if I donate $50, it's almost like 500 or 5,000. That's how my $50 is.
Yeah,
to me.
I understand.
I just got $50. Just to throw away to you. Come on, to do what?
Yeah,
She's not even trying to get her name out because you're not even showing up.
that's true.
So
I'm
nobody's
not
gonna take
sure
her
what she's.
serious because this is the second time
Mhm.
she's shown up on the ballot like this, her and Carrie both. And then even after the election, most of these people who are serious, when they run, you still see them in the community. Or if you
Mhm.
haven't seen them in the community, you start
Yeah.
seeing them in the community.
Yeah, that's true. And she's one that, and I haven't really been out there, but the few times that I have been out there, I did see her once, but I
Mhm.
don't hear anybody talking about her. She doesn't say very much. So,
She doesn't have a team. I mean, like you got to have a family. I mean, she doesn't even have a team with her.
so Naya Young.
Naya, she's our newbie, our baby. Actually,
Yeah.
she's doing excellent. Um, Now, I don't think she's ready to really sit in this seat. Um, she has been working for a nonprofit, and I'm assuming she probably have only worked in it's a family nonprofit since she graduated from college. But
Well, she's got a
she's
master's degree from Howard University, undergrad,
in political science, so
in
that
political
she knows.
science. Yeah, I think that helps. And to
Yeah,
her credit, and when she has spoken, I think she speaks the way that I think we do in terms of make room for the young people, give
yes,
them the opportunity, and um, they have a very different approach and different way of seeing old problems. The old problems we've already identified as Sulphur
right.
Springs and East Tampa in the last 50 years, 50, 60 years has gotten nowhere. And she definitely has spoken to that issue.
And
And
I like that.
yeah,
Mhm.
I truly believe that that's a extremely strong position. And if she makes it, I have to consider. I have to
Oh
consider
yes,
if she makes it
absolutely.
into
If
that
she makes
runoff.
it runoff, she will definitely be considered. And what I do like about her is because she is a quick learner, and
Mhm. And that's good too.
she doesn't mind us giving her feedback. It's not criticism, and we all have been doing this because we've been in this for a while. But when she's at the debates, we might hear one or two things that she might need to change. And I remember telling her something, I can't even remember what it was,
Mhm.
but at the next debate, she changed it. So she is quick. She is definitely smart. So yes, I could be fine with her.
Yeah, she definitely is, and she has shown up at just about every debate,
Every debate,
not
yes.
all of them. And she will have her pen and or pencil and pad right there. And sometimes she cracks a joke here and there. So sense of humor, definitely. She was very, she is very, very likable on this campaign.
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes.
And there is a write-in candidate, and I never understand why people do the write-in, but I guess it's if you don't have the 5,000 or 4 to 500, you
Right.
write it in and you cross your fingers and hope for the best. It's only worked for one person that I know of, and that was in a national um, race
Who was
in
that?
Murkowski in Alaska for the Senate seat.
Oh, I thought it was somebody else, a guy.
No, it was Murkowski for the Senate seat.
Okay.
She lost the Republican, and then she ran as an independent, right in,
Yeah,
and
but see, she
got in.
she she already had a name recognition as well. And
That's
Jose is I met Jose probably in 2008 too.
I haven't even met him. I just know of him, and he's very, very funny.
And he's very
Whether
passionate.
he
He's
Yeah,
very
whether he
passionate.
needs to be or not, he's got a
He's
sense of
very,
humor.
he's very passionate about his community.
Mhm.
He has a very hard dialect, but if you really, really listen to him, and if it's enough Hispanics that he could get to write in, eh, because this race it is up. It could be anybody's. It's going to be up for anybody, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm just not picking anyone, but he's a good guy. We could call him up, ask him for anything, and gives his support. So
That's really awesome.
And he cares about the community.
He cares about the community, but does he understand the nuances of the Black community?
He
the
does.
Black community. I'm not talking about the Hispanic, but the Black.
I'm saying he understands both, I think. Now, I don't think he will be good in the seat, okay? And some people just have to realize, look, you might be a good fighter. You might be a good organizer. You need to stay doing those things.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Well, some of the candidates, though, have out fundraised other candidates.
Oh, wow. Yes.
So is that an indicator of who would be the best?
No. And particularly in this one, because, you know, everybody have their speculations, right? When someone like Tom Scott, but Tom Scott is a dedicated senior Democrat. So of course they're going to all give him money, right? Mm-hmm. Even the developers, these people know him. He has a relationship with them. So I often say, money don't vote, people do. But now you need the money to run these campaigns. We got to have money, because people without money, we're struggling, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, the money is not an indication on who will win, but that is how, say, like the papers and the posters decide who they think will win, because they have enough money. If your brother, he's probably getting multiple mailers from someone like Tom Scott, Joanna, because they have a lot of money and they can send these things out. Allison Hewitt, you're going to get a one-time mailer from us, because we're working on a very thin budget, and you know I know how to really make the dollar work.
Yes, you do.
So you get more texts from us, more calls from us, more stuff like that. But people who have money just to you was at the Tiger Bay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When you came up, did you see the
Joanna Colbert's?
Yes,
that big.
So can you imagine how much that costs to have that sitting there for 2 hours?
That's what I thought. It was like, oh my God.
It was very impressive, wasn't it?
Here we are talking about it today.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yes.
And that's what.
And listen, and you expect this from her, because she did have a reality TV show, and I think that part helps her. So people from all over are going to send money to her to help her. If there's something she wants to do, I'm not going to say it's not something she wanted to do. I would like to believe that people that got in here, this is something they wanted to do. It was an exploration they were looking to achieve. But I believe that a lot of people just said, oh, the opportunity is here. And somebody probably said, hey, why don't you run? And that's why we have so many people.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can tell you, only a few of these people would have ran in 2026.
Yeah, I believe that is likely true. So you have gone all in and have worked extremely hard. I'm so impressed, for Allison Hewitt. And I am just going along because of what I have seen based on what that team around her has put out. And it's been some really good information and data. I don't know if everybody else is getting what I'm getting, but I am definitely seeing clips of her at Tampa City Council. The flyers are top quality. In fact, we have one here. At least I thought we had one here.
I'll pull it up.
Okay. And every time I hear her in a forum, she is just she speaks. She definitely speaks to the issue. Yeah, she definitely speaks to the issue, and I love the Hewitt will do it. Just a real go-getter. I also like the you guys did some kind of response videotaping the other night. I got a chance to see that, and I like that she was addressing issues, attacks that were lodged against her on things that had happened in the past or whatever else. So, can you talk a little bit about why Allison? If we can, why Allison?
So, like I said, I think I knew of Allison. Um, we all went to St. Peter Claver together, but not at the same time. So, met her at different St. Peter Claver events. Okay.
Mhm.
But I think when I really, really knew how smart she was when I was sitting on the CRA board, and we just couldn't get anything done. It was very frustrating.
I
It was
remember. I
it was
remember.
a 2-year appointment that I had, and I just felt like maybe almost 6 months in, and it was on Tuesday mornings. Now I'm off on Tuesday, and back then, I'm working 4 days a week, 12 hours a day, and so I worked on Monday. So Tuesday was my day off. I would sleep in late, and I like to sleep. So I'm getting up at 8 o'clock, maybe 7:30, because I had to drive 40 minutes into the city to be to a 9 o'clock meeting. And then I remember one morning I got up, and I was feeling some kind of way, like I didn't want to waste my time nor my gas to come over there to get nothing done week after week after week. And it was at that meeting. I don't know what she came up to me, and then it says, "What is this woman?" Because the meeting, I was so frustrated afterwards. I couldn't even hear what she was telling me.
Mhm.
And I remember Keela called me, and we had a sit down, and she says, "Here's how this should be." Not only did she tell us, she wrote it out, um, spending her own money, advising us, and we saw then how a little bit of movement was going on. But this was in 2018, and I
Right.
was getting frustrated because code enforcement had this list of all the homes in East Tampa that they
Mhm.
were trying to take, and I was like, look, how are we just going to take Black people property like this? I just didn't like that, and I wasn't getting any help. And she kind of helped. Then people started, was reaching out. People started reaching out to us, and that led us all the way to where we at today.
Mhm.
Anything we needed or any advice we needed. And now she's a consultant, right?
Yeah.
That's what she does.
Uh-huh.
She never charged. She never. Even using her copy, ink, all of this, bringing in flyers for us to give to the audience, everything. She has always been here fighting for this community and helping, you know. So
Wow. So she's third generation, right?
she is third generation here. Her father was Dr. Hewitt. He was a dentist, and not someone I went to, but my uncle. I took her to my uncle church a couple of Sundays ago. Friendly, Pastor Miller, and my uncle had just met her for the first time, and he was like, when I said this is Dr. Hewitt's daughter, he's like, "Oh my God, your father used to do be my dentist," you know. So they started and they connected, and I'm just saying, all you have to do is meet her. People get on board because
Yeah.
we introduce her to people because she is genuine. You could feel it. You just
Okay. What's interesting about her is she's and I don't want to use this word, but I'm going to use it. She's soft and firm at the same time.
yes,
So it
yes.
sounds like it's like, oh man, I can push over Allison.
Mm-mm.
But you will find that you cannot push over Allison. So
Right.
she's pleasant and she's nice and she's all of that. but don't push her.
But
And
the
don't
fact
try
that
to. Go ahead.
no, right. You know why
Yeah,
you
there's
can't push
something
them?
about her that you think, oh
Because she
well,
knows her stuff. She knows her stuff. So if you're gonna try to BS her, or if you're gonna lie about something,
right.
she's gonna be like, mm-mm, but very nice. Mm-mm, that's not true.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice.
She'd be like, that's
It's
not
gonna,
true. She,
it's gonna be a
be
nice. I'm gonna
so
saw
funny.
you.
It'd
Yeah,
be
I'm gonna saw you off at the knees, and it will be so nice. You
so
won't
nice.
even notice.
Right, right. And she'll say, I'm sorry, but that's not the truth. I can't let you say that. Now me, I'm gonna be like, God damn, I'm sorry.
That's what I like about her.
Absolutely. And I like I
That's what
am
I like.
I am a genuine substance person. I look at this other candidate, Ariel. You like her voice, but she is not serious.
There's no substance in that
There
voice.
is no substance.
No substance.
She's just
Right.
talking off the cuff. As a matter of fact, let me see. I wrote down something today because I was going to say it on something else, but she did a video.
Uh-huh.
You really got to be careful about who your campaign manager is too, because the person that came back on board with her has all kind of morals, ethics, and credibility going on in this community right now. But so she called Allison out earlier today, and I'm like, here's what I need you to do: is only talk about what you're going to bring to the city council, which we made sure our person say, talk about you. You don't have to talk about anybody else. Just talk about what you have done and what you will do.
And she's
You don't
done
have
it.
to put anybody down to try to make yourself shine, because your work speaks for yourself. But when you have no work, then you have to do something else. And that's where Ariel is. But she was talking about heart, and I haven't really paid a
Oh,
lot.
what's going? Yeah, the heart.
I haven't paid a lot to city council because of the race, but I do know that Dave Coleman, he follows county commission, and they're trying to do. Everybody want to pull out a heart, and I know Vieira. They were saying something. I just haven't read the articles, but Ariel did a report saying, "Hey, you guys need to vote for me because my mother supported her, and I will continue to support her." And now I don't know if her mother supported her, because this issue that's coming up now is just something that's just coming up. But I do remember when her mother, I think it was, I don't know who, um, suggested that Hart do a 1 year free to try to build up the clients for Hart, the riders. They wanted to do a 1 year free bus ride for route number one. Well, she was downtown at the bus depot today talking about route number one. Well, your mother was against that. She voted no. She says, um, Gwen voted no for route number one for free ride, said transit isn't our responsibility. That's not fighting for bus riders, She said that was 1.6, I think it was $1.6 million that would have been that they would have been losing to try to do the 1 year bus route.
Right.
But majority of the people thought it was good. She said no, and she publicly said, hey, transit transport isn't the city's job. So I don't know what she's talking about. But to be fair, the city wanted to remove benches, and I know the city also in some of those stops they were shutting down bathrooms, and I think they were doing all that stuff to try to control the homeless population.
I see.
But you can't close down the bathrooms if I'm transferring. And I remember Pete Robinson used to talk about that all the time. Hart, but when Gwen Henderson sat on Hart board, but I don't know where she really fought for anything other than to try to keep the benches at that there for the homeless
Mhm.
or for the riders, not just for the homeless, for the riders as well. So, yeah, I don't. So for the most part, I think this election been pretty good. No one's really been calling out anyone, but
Right.
her camp.
The one Ariel Danley's camp.
Uh-huh. And the people that works with her. So for the most part, they haven't really been, you know, I would like us to have a race and not tear each other heads off and get behind whoever wins. Because at the end of the day, that's what we have to do. Get
Well,
behind.
we're going to have that opportunity. So runoff would be 2 or 3 candidates. Is it 2 candidates or 3?
No, two.
2 candidates.
Mhm.
So the top 2 vote getters in this special election, September 9th, we will know because early voting, mail-in voting will be in. Last day you can vote is September 9th. Early voting being September 4th through 7th, which is tomorrow. Yes.
Starts tomorrow. And I hope we have a very good turnout. I mean, it costs a lot of money. And now I can remember because I've always worked, I haven't always, but I started working with the polls, working with the voting. I think when my daughter got in middle school because her school, if we would volunteer, that was a fundraiser for her school.
Mhm.
So I
Mhm.
did that for 4 years. So I really see the backhand of how we set it up for these early elections
Mhm.
and for early voting and then election day and how much that costs. The city spends a lot. It's not the city; it's the supervisor of election. They spend a lot of money, and I don't think the return is that good to do it. So I don't know if I had to do it, I would do that.
Hmm.
Do 2 weeks of early voting because all these people they have to pay to do early voting. You have
Right.
to man these people, and then transporting all this stuff, and then breaking it down, and then on election day putting it to all the polling place. So it is just my belief if someone wants to do something, we only need one day, September the 9th. Everybody should be able to do it. September the 9th. You have mail-in.
Lord have mercy. She did not just say that.
Yes, because we have mail-in. Come on, we are we are supposed to be adults. You trying to tell me
I am
if,
going to tell you no.
why?
Whatever you're suggesting, no. I think you know, if I'm a worker and I don't mail stuff typically because that's becoming more and more the norm that folks are not getting things in the mail
Who
or
isn't getting anything in the mail?
except for bills or whatever. But in terms of um, mailing, USPS is not sort of the way to go. Folks are doing more texting, emailing, whatever, and even texting is probably the way of communicating and messenger and whatever else. But relying on mailing is like maybe our age. Um,
No, how you get your tag? How you get your tag?
how did I get my what?
Your tag for your car. I just got my tag, so it came in the mail.
It comes in the mail, or I just go down to the place to get it. So I'm saying to you, there are some that just prefer to just go wherever they need to go. And if I'm working a 9 to 5, I think it would behoove me to have 4 or 5, maybe 2 weeks to take some time to go and do that. I think the time is not
It's
a
too
bad
serious.
idea. I do understand the costs associated. That's where you're coming from. That's where you always come from. And I appreciate that more than you'll ever know. However, the right to vote, um, we need to be able to look at a very modernistic way of looking at things, and mail in ballots while it works, yes, should not be the only way to go. And with 1 day of voting.
Well, maybe it should, because usually during a general election, you will have 2 weeks of early voting. So maybe like this isn't so bad. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You think that's enough time?
No, I like the 2 weeks of early
God
voting.
damn, you got to be kidding me. For what? You got to be kidding me for what? Because do you know these people be sitting out there, Jeanette? Because I've done every state. I wish you would have time. Maybe not Saturday is going to be really packed, Saturday and Sunday, but Thursday, or you could just look at the go online and see how many people come and vote Thursday. Because the longer they have to choose, if you have this many days, 4 days, let's say 4 days, you'll make it work. Because I'm telling you, it's a waste of money. It is a waste of money. I have been at these polls, and 5 people might come through, and they're spending thousands of dollars to run that poll for that day.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me. That to me, if it's important, you can make it work.
Unfortunately, it's not important to some, and I think
No, because
is not important to some, and yet that vote that they may be sitting around not really doing is important to others. And if I've got to get you on one particular day and drive you down there, I will do that. But I'm probably going to need some time to go find these rascals. But for the most part, the runoff, if it's needed, and it likely is, as I think you've been indicating, is on October 28th.
Okay.
October.
Yeah, so that's at the end of the month, because I guess we're going to have a couple of more debates. Now, those will be really, really debates, because those two people could really debate each other.
Yep.
And you can see who.
Those are going to be very important, especially for the community in District 5 to pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
It would be great if they did them on public television or whatever, so that people can hear these candidates. I think it's going to be that important. But it'll be 2 candidates, whoever get the highest number of votes on September 9th. So I'm really looking forward to that.
So I just want to say, East Tampa, District 5, look, this is serious. We got to get it right. And we got to get it right. This could be the start, but we're going to have to get it right moving forward on all our elections. We cannot vote because of name recognition. And I would say that's probably 3 people in the race. We cannot give a sympathy vote because somebody think they deserve the seat because their mother passed. And what else we cannot vote on? We can't vote.
While experience is important, what is more important? Because we've got 2 candidates that are that have different kinds of experience, but you're choosing one over the other.
Yes, because the experience I'm looking for who's someone who has already been doing the work here locally, someone who has already hit every 6 neighborhoods in District 5. Somebody I just met. I've never seen her anywhere.
Yeah.
Not to say she haven't been around, but people could say that they've seen Allison on Channel Side, downtown. I'm not too sure about Sulphur Spring, but East Tampa and West Tampa doing the work. She's been out there doing the work. So she has connected with the people. And doesn't hurt that she's Black as well. She understands. She understands. I believe she could relate to us all. I don't think Odette could. I know Allison will be able to relate to China side, the developers, because she's already worked in that field, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I say when I rate her, and I try to rate them as fair and as with an open mind, but I do believe that she is. She gets 10 points,
Yep.
and
Yes.
basically, other than Odette, but I would only give her about a 6. Nobody comes close to her.
I agree with you, actually.
I mean, like,
I think,
tell me
but
where
I,
tell me where I'm lying.
I can't tell you where you're lying, but I just hope people got a chance to get to know who she is so
Yeah.
that they can see that she's heads above the other candidates in so many different ways.
Mhm.
Um, that for these 15 or so months, because I think if it's a runoff, then it's going to cut into the time that they would spend on the council. But I think it's a great opportunity to try something different. So as we say as Black independents, we're asking people to move differently. And this is one of those instances where you can just stop, operating from the framework that you had previously and begin moving differently. This 18 months to just give her a try. Let's see what she's got. And if she's got it, which I believe that she does, then you put her in for the full term. I'm
And we
excited about this candidate.
Well, we have to ask ourselves 2 questions, and then we could close it out.
Mm-hmm.
One of my customers said today, "Oh, well, didn't the Florida senator in, um, endorse Scott?" And I said, "I believe they did. That they did." I said, "But you have to ask yourself why." And you're not voting because we all respect him. We all know him. But she's 73. She's 73 years old. The lady I did today, and I say, "Your time is up, just like my time. I'm 61, right?" Um, but I'm voting for my daughter, her kids, and their kids. Their future is what we have to vote for, and so we have to vote someone in who's already thinking about that. And I just don't think Scott is, because of his age. Like, half of these people in the Senate need to go. All of them.
All
They're
of them.
people, they just need to go. They're ancient. They gotta go. So I say that to say other people who want to vote. Well, my sorority. I don't understand. No, no. We gotta vote for what is best for the future of East Tampa. We
Right.
could see, we could just look in the past. We could see nothing has really changed. So I want everybody really just to go out and vote. Um, and vote early. Please don't wait till Tuesday, because something going to come up. We don't know. It could possibly rain all day Tuesday.
Yeah.
And Jawana said if it rains, we ain't coming out to vote. But
So there's another argument for an elongated voting
no,
period.
4 days is enough time.
Right. We don't have to continue arguing that, but you just
Okay.
mentioned something. Okay. You got
4
it.
days.
So folks, this is a special election. It's for District 5, Tampa City Council seat. Your voice can be heard, but that's only if you vote. And if you are not in District 5, I know you know somebody in District 5. Make sure, check on them, make sure that they are getting ready to vote for the candidate of their choice. 5,000 isn't enough. We need to get as many of you out there as possible.
Particularly when it's 44,000 registered voters, we certainly should get half of that, if not more, 50%.
That would really be news if
That
that
would-
many.
yeah.
That would be yeah, that would be great news. So good discussion tonight. We are advocating for Allison Hewitt as that candidate. We have looked at all the candidates for the last 2.5 months, and we pretty much have landed on Allison Hewitt. So vote early. Tomorrow starts voting.
10 o'clock.
10 a.m.?
Yeah. So tomorrow, let me tell you where you could do it. The Robert Sanders Library, West Tampa Library, and C. Blight Library. Those are the only 3 places you could do early voting.
Right.
And then it's 10 to 6.
Is that what it said? 10 to 6?
Well, let's say 10 to 6 because it could be 10 to 7, but we'll say 6 and you'll be there.
Yeah, we really want to make sure you're there. I don't have a time.
I think it's 10 to 6.
Okay, 10 to 6. And if it's 7, you'll be there, like she said, early.
You'll be there. So, yeah.
So keep your eye out. And again, it's probably going to be a runoff, folks. So get out there and vote for your candidate because there's just so many people running. All right. Good job.
Excellent job. Good night, Tampa Bay.
Good night.